Good morning, everybody. Well, morning. I did it again because I don't know when you're going to be watching this or where in the world you're watching it. But anyway, Jared Polin here. This morning, there it is again. I am photographing a house. It's on the market for $729,000, something like that. Pretty big house, 5 bedrooms, beautiful backyard, beautiful landscaping. And I'm here to shoot the house for the realtor so that he can put it up and list it with some really good photos, because good photos or great photos really help sell over not so good photos. You know, it's nice when people realize that better photos mean a lot for their business, that they can't come in here with a cell phone camera or a point and shoot camera and get better pictures than what a pro is going to be able to get. So this is what I do when I get to a house. I do the run through, see which rooms I should be shooting, start to think, start to visualize how I will shoot it. And most of the times, you know, tripod, very important. I have the tripod, I've got the ball grip head that can move any which way, which I like personally because I don't want to move 3 different axes. And D3S is what I have today with the 14-24 on there. And I like to shoot wide. Now, one thing you have to be cognizant of when you're shooting ultra wide is that your things that are getting stretched out, hopefully it's not too far over the top, that they're not stretched out too much, because if they are stretched out too much, it starts to look awkward. So you got to check your angles. You know, I go through each room and I hit most corners, and in a dining room or something like that where there's a table, I usually shoot straight down the table from behind the chair to give it a, you know, to give the feel of depth, because that tends to help in those in the photos. Some other things I look for after I'm done going through and shooting everything on a tripod, and I shoot pretty long exposures, so I use mirror up, so I don't get any shake when I'm shooting the pictures. But something that I do when I'm done is I get off the tripod and I take my, you know, like the 70-200, and I start looking for other things to photograph, interesting details in the house, because they become good on postcards. You know, for me to deliver exactly what they want, which are the interior pictures and the exterior pictures, but then on top of that, give the client things that they didn't know that they wanted, really helps what I do, and it helps them. So if I take a picture of, you know, a really interesting railing, or I shoot the banister and, you know, shooting down the banister and blow it out of focus, that gives them room in an advertisement to put text. So that's something that I'm always thinking about is what can I do to give more to the client when I'm done. So I'm always looking for extra pictures at the end. I usually take about 20 minutes, do a run through, and just look for interesting things off the tripod, because that's how I like to shoot, so I can move around and change my angle really quick. So that's what I look for. And at the end of this one, I'm going to do a walkthrough with the D3S and the 14-24 on video. I'll use what I call my Steadicam. It's my monopod, and then I'll piece it together later in iMovie and put it up for everybody to see. So that's what I'm going to do. It should take me an hour to 2 hours to really go through each room and really over-deliver here, because I want to give the client as many photos to choose from. So it's my job to make it difficult on him to pick the right pictures, because he's getting that many quality images.